morning, good afternoon, good evening, people. You're back again with Talk Football. This is our weekly news show, and today we got a humdinger for you. Um, we're gonna go through the weekly news that has happened just like last time, but also we are gonna check out about this Barcelona, financial crisis. Are they actually in a financial crisis or are they not? Nobody knows. At the end of the day, it's like they're going in for so many players. Like, we need to know, are you broke or are you not broke? It has to be one or the other. So, for us to start off things, I've let's say, let's start off light and breezy and get into the Barcelona stuff a little bit later on. So the first news we have today um is, England playing like in the Matrix. Player ratings as the Lionesses maul Norway 8-0 at the Euros 2022. I mean, this is an absolute brilliant game by England. They scored 8 goals. You know, they played at the Amex Stadium. Pretty good, pretty good. So, you know, um, the goalkeeper Mary had nothing to do basically. Lucy Bronze had a 8, Millie Bright had a 7, Leah Williamson had a 7, Rachel Daly 7, Kiera Walsh 8, Stanway 8, Beth Mead 9. Uh, there's a lot that is written about her because I believe she had an absolute humdinger of a game uh, that day. And Fran Kirby, Chelsea's own Fran Kirby as well, had a 7. Lauren Hemp had a 9, and Ellen White as well with a 9. The next story that we are gonna go into is, let's see, the 4 Premier League clubs most likely to gate crash the Big Six for the upcoming season. Josh is here with us in the comments. He will also be joining us in a bit as well. Uh, yeah, this was quite an interesting read. I was going through this earlier as well. Um, let's see what it has to. Let's see what it says together. So, right, let's go. The 4 Premier League clubs most likely to gate crash the Big Six in the 2023 season. Right. So we got Brenda Rogers, which we predicted is highly likely to get sacked. Then we got Steven Gerrard. Then we got David Moyes, and then I can't remember the last dude's name. Hey Josh, what's up? Far out, bro. I forgot the Newcastle manager's name.
Eddie Howe.
Jesus Christ! Thank God you done.
That's all right. That's all right. Just coming to save your ass. Don't mind me.
Know. So this is an interesting read. The Premier League clubs that is linked to gate crash the Big Six. I mean, pretty accurate as well. To be fair, uh,
Yeah.
it goes on to say like the restoration of order came after 2 straight years of Leicester crashing their top six party. Manchester City and Liverpool to be unassailable front two, which is true. Things could change over the summer, of course, but for now, Chelsea have no defense, which is also true. No striker, good riddance. Uh, Arsenal are still a very young side, even if they snag all their transfer targets. To say nothing of how Mikel Arteta will cope with having to play every 3 days instead of 7. We remember how he coped when he had to actually play every 3 days. So it just goes on to say, about the betting odds for Newcastle making it into the top six, as well as West Ham and Leicester and Aston Villa. But Just go give it a read. It's an interesting read. It's in Squawka. It's a very very interesting read. Please go give it a bit of a look. I'm kind of rushing through all of this, Josh, because I
Yeah.
want to get to the most interesting part of all of this,
Yes.
the Barcelona ones.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. So I would say I will we'll go into the next thing. But do you have anything to say about this, by the way?
I think out of all of those teams, I would still question Aston Villa. I mean, Gerrard's got to have his imprint, and it's got to be quick. They have to have a good start if they're going to gate crash or have a chance of gate crashing. But they've still got to catch up the likes of United and Arsenal, and I don't know who else is making moves in
West
the
Ham
area.
and Newcastle as well. To be fair, they
Yeah,
finished 14th.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So right on to the next news. Tipped to replace Declan Rice when he was at Ipswich. What West Ham can expect from new signing Flynn Downs? I thought this is quite an interesting article because they have got this player in, and are they preparing for Declan Rice's departure? Maybe this year, maybe next year. Nobody knows, but
Hmm.
it's quite an interesting read. So
Yeah.
they last year completed this signing for 12 million. Uh, However, replacing Declan Rice would not be a very very easy task as well. Uh, what do you think about this, Josh?
I think that's just succession planning, to be honest. There's a lot of attention around Declan Rice, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's City. I know United are kind of loosely in the background, but it's not. That's not going to happen. But with the interest, I think they're pretty much at a point where they can't really hold on to him longer than this season. So I think
Mm-hmm.
if they price him out this summer, I think he'll definitely go next. Whoever he goes to, well, that'll be closer to the date, but that's definitely a succession plan. I've never heard of this guy, to be completely
No,
fair, but
I mean,
they've got a decent scouting over there at West Ham, so there's obviously something in it. Yeah.
mhm. uh, yeah. So that's the news on this guy, Flynn Downs. Hopefully he does well. Good luck to him at West Ham. Hopefully he becomes a success and replaces Declan Rice this season, so he comes to Chelsea.
And that's probably it's probably going to happen too, bastard.
I just wanted to put that in there. You know what I mean, bro?
Naturally.
Naturally, as always.
Yes.
So this is the big news. Raheem the Dream Sterling. So, Raheem the Dream Sterling is set to be announced in at Chelsea, but this article says Raheem Sterling returning to where he was racially abused is typical of his determination and drive. I have kind of noticed that his determination and drive, to be honest.
He's a consummate professional.
Mm?
Honestly, he's just, and he's going to be. I think he's going to be one of these players that at the end of his career, 3 or 4 different clubs, titles with all of them. I think
Hmm.
that's sort of, and he's that caliber as well. It's not like it's not like he's a second string player that goes around a bunch of different clubs. He's class. So yeah.
Exactly, exactly. We do have some breaking news, bro.
Ooh, breaking news.
Barcelona are eyeing a move for Nabil Fekir as if they fail in their attempt to sign Bernardo Silva from Manchester City. Real Betis would demand 40 million euros for the midfielder.
Hmm.
Uh, hmm, Very good. But what we will do is we'll go into all these transfers in after the next couple of news reports, and then we'll start talking about the Barcelona side of things. But before going forward, we got twisted. The best central midfielder next season has signed for Palace. Good luck, Doucouré. Good luck.
Yes, good luck to him. Seems like a
Yes,
promising player. Yes.
I got to admit, bro, I have no idea who Doucouré is. As soon as they say Doucouré, I picture the guy from Everton.
Oh yeah. I just saw YouTube compilations. Doing my own A grade scouting.
Yeah.
5 minute compilations of his bossing people.
Oh, bro,
That's a bit,
5 minute compilations, and you're an expert. He needs to sign for your club.
absolutely. Welcome to Palace.
Welcome to Palace for sure. We got twisted back again. Fakir Hell.
Oh, terrible.
I got something perfectly for that.
Hey, hey.
But yeah, let's go into this Raheem Sterling report. With with the Premier League title number 4 added to his collection last season and his overall game consistently improving, Raheem Sterling's imminent move to Chelsea is one that has raised some eyebrows. I don't think so, but okay, let's say so. Many would expect a key component a key component of a prolific title winning team to stay put, but Sterling is built differently. All right, he does certainly run like a chicken, so that might be that.
Wow. I don't know why now. He's got the Colonel chasing him.
Oh. At the age of 27, Raheem is truly living the dream. To be fair, I was one of the people, like even in our chats, I really backed this move. I really like Raheem Sterling, and I'm really, really happy that he's coming to Chelsea as well. I mean, bloody hell, bro. Get here as quickly as you can. Uh,
Absolutely.
10 years into his professional career, we are talking about a player who already deserves to be mentioned in any conversation about the British players ever. That is also true. He was the 17-year-old wonder boy at Liverpool who dared to dream at City. Now at Chelsea, he has an opportunity to be the main man, which is also very true. While there is a reason for excitement over such a massive move, there is an elephant in the room that many believe needs to be discussed. The discourse in the led up to his signing has been around why a player who was subjected to abuse and negativity by a set of fans would now choose to represent them. Right.
Hmm.
You know what I have to say about this? I think every fan base does this, like, we say random shit and be abusive and say
Hmm.
things that they actually regret after a little while. I think every fan base does it. It's just how it is. Do I say good? No. At the end of the day, I condemn it, but it is what it is. It's in the game. But to be fair, where else is he gonna go if he's gonna go?
Yeah, I can't see him going to the continent unless it's like a big player like a Barcelona or Real Madrid. But I mean, I don't see why he would. He's in the best league in the world, so there's
Mhm.
no reason why he'd want to go elsewhere. And as you said about the crowds, there's no place for racism. But I mean, and there's no excuse for it either. It's just sometimes you're in the heat of the moment, very very tribal atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Your team's going head to head, and
Probably scored against Chelsea as well,
yeah,
which
yeah,
seemed to happen.
yeah.
It is what it is. Things
That's
things
right.
come out of your mouth.
Exactly,
What can you
exactly.
do?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, let's move on to the next article. Dodgers fans advice to Chelsea on Bowley investment success, but hot dog prices go up.
Wow.
Ah, okay. It's a great sideways move for Sterling. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Um, Basically, I read into this earlier. What it says is he adores winning. He wants to win. He wants to create an atmosphere within the club of winning. Plus, he actually cares, like more than cares, he actually wants the match going experience to be a proper experience as well. But in order for him to put that investments in, he is gonna make certain things a bit, maybe a bit expensive, maybe here and there. At the end of the
Mm.
day, bro, it is what it is. Did you see the Arsenal season tickets and all these other things?
Oh yeah, but this is the model though. Like the what's the word? The consortium, the
Mm,
Tolboli consortium. Now that outlay of money, they're all investment brokers, investment bankers, and all this sort of stuff. Like they're gonna want their funds back, and that's just part of the course. You'll probably see, you know, a 3% increase in tickets and a 5% increase here and there of other
mm.
in ground experiences and all that sort of stuff, drinks, food, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, because they need to obviously start turning a profit and not be, I guess, as reckless with the spending, say, as Abramovich had been at times.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think this was going to happen anyway. This is the natural course of events. So, but
Yeah, but
yeah,
he
I
still
just
hasn't he still hasn't done it. But
yeah,
like it's what the Dodgers fans are saying, it might happen. However, if you're winning, I don't think fans really care about it much. To be fair.
no, that's right. And but I just love how American it is. Expect the price of hot dogs to go up.
Yeah. All right, bro. We don't eat hot dogs in this side of the pond.
No,
But on to the next article, analyzing Ten Hag's Manchester United training, rondos react and third man runs. This might be
wow,
something interesting. Open training sessions always draw attention, and clubs will not give away all their secrets ahead of the new season. But there is insight to be drawn, especially with a new manager. The structure of Manchester United's open training session with Eric Ten Hag in Bangkok seemed typical of this point in pre-season, starting with the necessary fun activation work, jogging, reactive sprint drills, and dynamic stretches before a compulsory team rondo in the center circle. Three chasing defenders are in the middle, and the other players are constrained to one touch passing, circulating the ball around the center circle, aiming to knock the ball off cones placed on the center spot.
mm,
Even at the highest level, coaching can be done in a simpler manner, which is pretty good.
yeah,
All these the mini pitches are, mini pitches were done by Thomas Tuchel as well, which is, I think, which is a new way of doing things. And him shouting, saying, react, 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 things like that, which is pretty interesting. I think it's a fresh new ideas that flows into the club. It's fresh new things that are drummed into the players who have, gone about their way. And plus,
yeah,
also making training fun. You know what I mean? You need to make training
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that's where I think the biggest difference will come. Like, um, while all of these, I guess these training sessions, these drills, they're all just variations of what's already done by every club ever. It's
Mm,
just I think it's that emphasis on instant decision making and actually being a lot more, yeah, proactive rather than just, you know, holding a ball looking for a pass where you're creating the movements. And that's where I know I'm personally excited. Say, you know, I'm going to watch these preseason games just to see if these things are starting to gel into the team.
yeah. You might not see it in today's game, but you would
No,
definitely see it in like games coming up.
yeah, I think it's more just like I'm not expecting an overnight turnaround, but I would expect to see the basics, the very basics of what he's trying to do. Because I mean, that the non-international players, they've been training for now 2 weeks. The
Hmm.
international players, bar Ronaldo, came back last week, so they've been there for a week already. So there's a very basic idea of what they're expected to do, and the fact that Ten Hag, he will stop. You know, if something goes wrong, he'll stop the training, he'll go in himself and go, I expect this. I expect you to pass here. Use this
Mm.
foot. Use that foot. Like he's very, very, what's the word? Very methodical about it. Very, very upfront. So yeah, it's a fresh change, and can't wait to see it in action. Absolutely.
Yep. And then we got Twisted saying in the comments, CR7 is exposing Eric Ten Hag's weaknesses. I don't think so.
No,
Not
I
yet,
think
I mean.
Ronaldo's just doing Ronaldo things, to be honest.
He is Ronaldo. He does whatever the hell he wants to do. That's just
That's
Ronaldo, I
him.
guess.
Yep.
But yeah, it is certainly interesting that, what he's doing, he's making it fun. I see a lot of players with a lot of smiles on their faces as well, which is refreshing to see. But
Yeah.
this is where we come into the main topic of conversation. Barcelona, are they broke or are they not broke?
Hmm.
I don't know. You know, they were supposed to announce Rafinha and Lewandowski yesterday.
Yes.
I don't know, Josh. I didn't see it.
Mm.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but I just want to tell the ladies and gentlemen in the audience here, or maybe it's just gentleman, I'm not too sure, but our talk football resident reckless delegate, our chief, our man of the hour, Mister Anthony CFC, has
Mm-mm.
been the what's the word, the stereotypical troll on Twitter of late. He's been sharing in our Discord group all of the gentle prodding of the trolls under the bridge that are the Barcelona fans.
Yeah.
It's an absolute madness. This guy is he's going to be knighted for in the Reckless Society. So Anthony, you are doing God's work, my friend,
I know.
or whoever you
I
decide
know,
to
bro.
deity. But yes, we'll just continue on with the story. I just sort of let everyone know that Anthony's an absolute machine, and he's tearing apart the Barca fans one by one.
But but this is the most interesting thing, right?
Yeah.
So Barca licensing and merchandise, BLM, and the TV rights, they went into a vote, and they, you know, they sold 25% of their
Hmm.
shares.
Yes.
That's what we know. That's what we know, and this is well documented, and all good, all good. You know, well done.
Yeah.
That's what they had to do, and that's what they did. Well
Yes.
done, Barcelona. But the problem here is they sold it for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
whoever has it for the next 25 years. So let me put it in terms of any other fan, Barcelona or otherwise, listening to this.
Yes.
I'm going to explain it to you in a way that even an idiot could understand this.
Oh, thank God.
Right? I am not going to talk in billions, millions, or even hundreds. I'm going to talk about it in the tens. Right. Say that per year, the TV companies are paying Barcelona $10, right?
Yeah.
That's what they got last year, and that's what they are supposed to get this year. You're following me on this, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm listening. I'm just waiting for the breakdown. Absolutely.
Right? So they gave off 25%, which is $2.50,
Oh, okay.
right? So $2.50 for the rest of the 25 years is going to go to this company who got these rights. So Barca will get $7.50.
Yes.
Do you understand this?
Yes.
I
I get
understand
it.
this.
This is
Everyone
right.
else should understand this now. So
Yes.
now we'll leave this here. And this is what basically this report tells us. And this is why the club was almost dead, but it's not dead. That's what it says in this report. So I've
Yes.
tried to explain it to the viewers or people who are watching it later on so that they can understand it better. Right?
Yes.
Let's go to the next one. How much debt does Barcelona have? The La Liga giants' financial situation explained. So basically, Barcelona are having to rebuild and offload field at present, right? With financial struggles away from the pitch impacting results on the side, blah, 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 and having to part ways with Messi in the summer of 2021 after telling him that they are going to keep him,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, how much debt does Barcelona have? The club's debt has risen to a whopping 1.35 billion. This is not small money, bro. Right?
No. 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 Definitely
Right?
not.
This is not small money. Uh, then they so therefore they couldn't get Messi on the thing, and he cried about it. Snot all over the place, and Jesus Christ.
Big
Right?
man Messi. Yep.
Exactly. So Laporta, after returning to the office, this this Joseph Maria Bartomeu needs to be in jail. Even as a Chelsea fan, even though I hate Barcelona, this guy needs to be in jail. I thank him for doing what he did, but he needs to be in jail. So our salaries represent 103% of the club's total income. So they're paying more than their income.
Right. Yeah. That's pretty peak.
That is pretty big. So within this income, they were supposed to get that $10.
Mm. No, they
However,
don't.
now they don't, which means they are getting $7.50. Right? So you're following
Yes.
me now, isn't it?
Yeah, I am, and it's the numbers aren't numbering. It's looking pretty sad for Barcelona. Sucked in.
Right. And now it goes Barcelona has a negative net worth of 451 million euros. It is a terrible inheritance. I wouldn't call it a terrible inheritance. I wouldn't call it an inheritance in the first place. Because inheritance are things that you get which you can sell for at least $10.
Exactly.
What's happening is very worrying. So all these things and more than 670 million owed to the bank, so you need to pay interest on these loans as well.
Exactly.
Then the coronavirus pandemic cost them 100 million and so on and so forth, and all good. And now let's go to the last one, which is Barcelona's salary cap. So Barcelona has a salary to pay of around 560 million per year, which is
Bloody hell.
way more than what they have to pay. So they have to bring it down to 400 million. And that's why Laporta has set a 10 million limit on wages,
Yeah.
right? So now
Yeah.
they have to reduce 160 million somehow. So
Yeah.
Lewandowski has taken, apparently if he signs, he's taking a wage cut and he's coming at around 9 million. Fair enough. Apparently Rafinha is coming at 6 million. Fair enough. Rafinha was going to come to was going to come to Chelsea at the same price, by the way.
Okay.
Right? Right. So this is, remember this 25%, Josh? This was supposed to be that economic layer level one.
Yes.
And they have few more levers. I don't know when they're going to pull it. Let them pull it whenever they want to pull it, right? Then it's also reported that they are getting another loan from somebody of
Bloody hell.
1.5 billion to rebuild the Spotify Camp Nou, which is not the Camp Nou anymore because they sold the naming rights. That's
Yeah.
why they're having weddings on the page and all these things happening.
Yes.
Okay. So so this is the part which I don't this is the part which I don't get.
Yep.
So you're already above the salary cap, which is 560. You're already not getting what 25% of the TV money, which was going to help you pay your loans and salaries and other things. This also includes, like, and also, fans coming into the stadium, other stuff, merchandise, all that,
Yeah.
whatnot, everything coming in. Still, they were losing money and they decided to sell off their TV rights, and they're now getting 25% less.
Yes.
And they're saying that they have 200 million euros to spend. Out of these 200 million euros, they have to pay deferred wages for Frankie de Jong,
hmm
PK, uh, I don't know, a few others, which comes up to
Yeah.
around
Busquets is one of them. He's another one of
Bus-
the big ones. Jordi
e-
Alba.
exactly, which comes up to around 90 million. So,
hmm
what is 90 minus 200, Josh?
Minus 110.
Exactly. Sorry, they have 110 million to spend.
Yes.
Okay. So from this 110 million, they want to sign Rafinha for 75 million.
Yes.
You're following me so far, right?
Yep. The math so far. Yep.
Yep. This is, I might be completely wrong about this, by the way. If I'm wrong, please let me know and write down in the comments. You're welcome to do so. Right? Anybody who is listening to this later
Especially
on,
Barcelona fans.
especially Barcelona fans, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, no problem. Wherever you are, just write it so I can understand. If I'm wrong, just tell me I'm wrong. And please also explain why I'm wrong.
Yes.
So, out of these 110, Rafinha goes for 75 million. So, 75, from 110 out after 75 is how much? So, 85, 95,
40, 45, I think.
that's around 35 million left.
Yes.
They want to sign this guy, Robert Lewandowski, for 50 million.
Yeah.
So now 50 million means they need another 15 million more,
Yeah. They're now
right?
negatives.
Right. So now they're at minus 15. Then they need Aspilicueta, which is another 7 million, and plus they need Marcus Alonso, which is another 3 million. So that's another 10 million added to that. So they need now altogether it's at minus 25. Now, if Bernardo Silva doesn't happen, they're saying that they're going in for Nabil Fekir for 40 million. So 40 million
Yes.
plus 25 million is 65 million. Remarkably, which happens to be
You
almost the
said it.
price of some Frankie de Jong.
Precisely.
However, so this is the funny part. If they sell Frankie, apparently they owe money to Frankie. And half of that money coming in for Frankie is going in
To the
for
deferred
Frankie's
wages.
deferred wages, which means they're still again back in the hole. Right.
Exactly.
So now it comes back into my other question, which is they are signing Rafinha for 75 million. All well and good. They picked up the phone, called up Leeds, and said, "Hey, bro, we got 75 million to pay for Rafinha. Do you agree?" Leeds were like, "Excellent. This is a little bit more than what Chelsea was offering us. We are happy to accept this deal. Please send in the paperwork. We'll look over the payment terms and we will look over whether it's actually 75%, 75 million and sign it over immediately."
Yes.
Laporta kept the phone, went and had a burger, and sat down with the board, and he is still discussing whether this deal is going to go through or not.
Mhm.
By the way, so this is my question. I will put it in terms of how the great Al Pacino put it out in Scarface. Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
He does.
Lucy, explain it to me, please. I have no fucking idea what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, and that's where we come full circle back to United, back to Chelsea, back to whoever's interested in these transfers. The domino has to fall somewhere and start this whole ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
they're still going to
Mm-hmm.
be in the mud, in the negatives. They've got too many players lined up and not enough money to throw at the situation.
And also, bro, they still have to register Frank Kesse and uh, Andres Christiansen, Memphis Depay. They still have to pay the returning salaries of one Antoine Griezmann,
Oh, yeah.
right? Lucy, where is my explanation?
That's a very convincing Pacino.
Bro, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
why,
it's
why
peak.
didn't why didn't they send it in writing yet?
But again, like everyone is. I know everyone is getting sick of Barcelona doing what they're doing. This
Mm-hmm.
is and I don't know. They're somehow pulling coins out their rear end. They're pulling out the money. They're digging in the back of the back of the car. They're digging in the back of the lounge. They're somehow coming up with it, but still not putting any offers out. Still not throwing the money at the situation. So
Bro, they
where's
can't,
yeah
they are not sending out anything in writing. It's all well and good. I can pick up the phone tomorrow and say, hey, Leeds United, I have 100 million. Would you send Rafinha around to our place to play football?
yeah
I, I
they,
can do
yeah
that. You know what I mean?
yeah exactly. There's nothing to it's got to be written, signed off, sealed,
Exactly.
delivered. Yeah.
But if they do it, right? Like a lot of people are saying, especially some guy called Gerard Romero, which I don't know who the hell that guy is, but
Yeah.
oh, Rafinha will be, announced on Monday. Bro, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Lewandowski is coming to Barcelona for training on Friday. He's back in training in Bayern today.
Yeah. Yeah, unless he got his unless he got his flight directions wrong.
Unless he got the wrong side, he went to the wrong side of the red side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something's wrong.
Hmm.
But yeah, just this is my problem with all of this. Either you have the money or either you don't. I have
Yeah.
no problem with you wanting to sign Rafinha. Please sign Rafinha. Please sign Lewandowski. Please sign Fakir. Keep Dembele. And that's another thing. They are trying to keep Dembele. Not keep, already kept, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
And
New
sign
terms. Yeah.
Fekir. Sign Bernardo Silva. Sign
Hmm.
Dilek, Koulibaly, Kunde. What are you doing?
Yeah. Where's the money? Where's where's the ATM slip saying how much balance you've got? Where's the guarantee? Where's the agent fees? Where's the players bonuses? Like where is all of this coming from, and how are you going to source the funds? Despite all of these levers, it's like, where are you actually going to get the money? When does it
Bro,
arrive? Is the big
the
question as well.
more the more they activate these levers, this is exactly what is going to happen to them.
Absolutely. Thank
That's
you,
going to be me,
Barcelona.
bro.
Absolutely. Standing in the background, everything's shit and fire and explosions in the background, and you're just there at the front of the queue clapping it. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Yeah. See, this is my problem with all of this. At the end of the day, if you want to sign, all fine and well from my side of things. Sign whoever the hell you want. It's your God-given right. You are Barcelona. You still do have a pull. You have a very
Mhm.
big pull. That's why all these players want to come and play. I have no problem with that.
Yes.
Excellent work. You are doing a fantastic job. However, there comes a time you can do it once, but it's gonna be a situation of the boy who cried wolf. And I
Yes.
need you guys to understand this, Barcelona fans. If you're watching this, or if you ever watch this or not watch this, I don't give a fuck, to be fair. Uh, uh, do you know the story of the boy who cried wolf? You
Very
can,
much so.
you know what I mean, Josh? You can always shout, we are going to do this, we are going to do that, we are signing this, we are signing this, calling each and every club in the face of the earth and doing this, doing that, all of those other things. It
Mm.
comes to a point where clubs won't actually answer your phone calls because you are mugging them off, bro.
Exactly. And that's the other thing that, and I've mentioned it a couple of times, even with you on stream and whatnot, is that all of these levers are a short term fix. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, and while there are salary caps in place to help, I guess, keep clubs financially viable, Barcelona are so far down the path of debt, of overpaying wages. It's actually a worse situation than United, to be completely honest.
Oh, 100%.
So in that regard, I've said from the very start, I don't know a lot about what the levers are and how much exactly they do. You've done a good job explaining that to a certain level, but there's other ones that need to be pulled.
Oh, exactly right, bro.
And but basically, in the short term, the best way to explain it is that it's as close as possible to balancing the books of their current debt as opposed to making them financially strong again.
Mm-hmm.
So moving forward, just say in some hypothetical world they managed to get their debt balance to zero, right? Just humoring the example here.
Yeah.
And moving forward, all of a sudden, not only do they have to adhere to this wage cap and this salary cap, but they have to do so with less income because of 25% off here, 10% off there. And that's going to eventually get to a point where they're going to have to do, say, a Leeds, and they're just going to have to take a couple of hits and end up being a mid-table team until they balance themselves out again.
$100.
That's kind of the way I see this going. And you know what? They deserve it.
They do deserve it.
You cannot get loan after loan after loan after loan and have that as your sole income of staying ahead of the curve, because you know what? They're big players. They've
Mm-hmm.
gone elsewhere, and now they have
Mm-hmm.
to recover, and they're not going to be sitting in their little untouchable area anymore. They're not going to be the what's the word? They're not gods anymore. They're Kratos. They have fallen. They are mortal now, and they
Mm-hmm.
have to mingle in with the commoners, in with society, and they have to do things the proper way.
Exactly right, bro. And you deserve this for what you just said.
Thank you, thank you. I'm here till Thursday.
But and this is what I mean. You have signed off 25% of your TV earnings for the next 25 years, and this you were already in debt before
Mm-hmm.
you even activated these levers, and you were in proper financial trouble because you couldn't even pay the debt that you already owe. And on top
Yes,
of that, you're going to take even more debt to build a stadium.
exactly. It doesn't
I
make
I don't
sense.
I, I don't think Lucy needs an explanation right now.
No, that they need the men in white coats. To be completely fair.
They do, they do. But this is what I mean. Like either you decide, you have to decide. There is no shame in being. I'm not gonna say mid-table because you don't have to be mid-table. I don't think Barcelona in that league would be mid-table. To be fair,
No.
you can be a little non-competitive for at least 2 to 3 years in order to get your financial situation right. There is no
Yes.
shame in doing that. If you do that, I will be the first person out here coming and applauding you for what you have done and for what you have tried to achieve to make the club even better. Do
Yes.
that and then come out and try to do whatever you're doing now. That would be a marvelous thing to do. But no, you're not doing that. You are here to piss people off, like myself, like Josh, uh,
Yes.
other clubs, every other person. He- do you know? I'm not gonna say what it is because at the end of the day, I don't want YouTube to cancel us because, bro, I need to be a little bit more professional because there is more that I can say about this. At the end of the day, you are the skid mark of European football right now.
Yeah. The big bad giant has finally fallen, and it was inevitable. This is exactly, like, they remind me of those people, those low income people that are in a debt cycle. They use
Hmm.
debts to pay off other debts, and then they're accruing more interest because eventually it just gets to a point where it's like, okay, you're too much of a risk now, and you're too far behind. We're going to have to start
Bro,
not approving you. Yeah,
at the end of the day, it wouldn't even surprise me to say that Barcelona won't be Barcelona anymore. Might be a bank's name
yeah,
because they took the club away from their fans, and that is an injustice to these fans who are loyal fans, who are very very good fans as well. I know I try to piss you off, you know, that's just what I do. But at the end of the day, you guys are good guys. You guys spend your money in that club. You guys are so much invested in it. Demand better.
exactly.
Demand better. This guy Laporta, I believe he has the best of interest in his heart. At the end of the day, is very good. At least he's trying to do something for this club. However, maybe keep your fucking mouth shut and let other clubs do their business because you are not in a place where you can do it at this moment in time.
Absolutely.
But
Well
that's all
said.
I have to say, to be honest. That's my whole, you know understanding of the Barcelona financial situation. And as I said, if I am wrong, explain it to me because I would love to understand it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, all this stuff is public knowledge, public record, and it's not hard to put two and two together in the end. Yeah, really, really, all we can do is just wait and see how they wrap up this transfer window and how they move forward. Because, like it or not, they're going to at least get, I'd say, half of these players through the door somehow, and
Hmm.
then more details will emerge going into
By
the
the
season. We
way,
can possibly touch on it again. Yeah,
yeah, 100%. By the way, where was Heinrich Mkhitaryan play?
it was
Roma?
in Italy. Italy, yeah, Roma, yeah.
Yeah. And which means that I have breaking news.
Breaking news.
Heinrich Mkhitaryan will wear the number 22 with Inter Milan.
Whoa, big story.
But the biggest story of them all is Barcelona. Do not let other clubs pull your pants down. Do the right thing. Please fuck off and die.
Ditto. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well said.
That's all I can say about that.
Yep, yep.
But But yeah, that's all we have for you today. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe. Come on to our Twitter page. Please follow us. We have content coming out for you guys daily as well. Thank you for Twisted in the chat. This is for
Thank you,
you.
Twisted. Woo,
Thank you for
woo.
Josh for coming on as well.
Thanks for
It was
having me, as
brilliant
always.
having you. It was really brilliant having you Here, I was only going to do this for around 30 minutes just to understand, just to bring out the news, but something took over me, and I just went on.
Yeah, it turned out quite well. Very, very
It did
nice.
turn out quite well. It did turn out quite well. We are also planning on a good stream for this weekend. I think it's a topic that we need to discuss about. I will share the details on that a little bit later down the week. It's something very, very interesting. Hope you guys can join us in the chat as well. Let us know your thoughts and your feelings. Please, again, like and comment and subscribe to our channel. We love to see you here. We love you in the comments. And yeah, and as always, please be respectful to everybody here. We are trying to do the best that we can as well. Share a lot of love to other shows, which is done by Dan and Jesse, and we have many many clips coming out as well. Give them a like and a and a little bit of a comment there as well. But yeah, hope to see you soon. This is me, Mr. Anthony CFC, and Josh MUFC signing off.
Thank you.
Uh, Thank you. Goodbye. God bless and good night.